And tonight, or today, or whatever time it is where you are, we are reacting to 14 horror stories animated by Wansee Entertainment. Let's do this. Right after I turn down the lights and pull up the chat. Alright. It's gonna get scary tonight. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. Yeah, scary it will be. Scary it will be. Alright, let me just pull up the chat so I can try to understand what you all are saying, and yeah. Welcome to hello, special, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's do this. Wansee Entertainment, everyone. 14 scary horror stories. Oh, wow, it's super dark in here. Alright. Animation Brother Productions, hello, how you doing? Okay, yeah, I made it too dark in here. I should have prepared better for this. My bad. Alright, this shall do. Anyways, 14 true scary horror stories animated. Wansee Entertainment. Let's go. Oh, a mysterious man is staying outside.
My name is Pascal. I'm 22 years old now, but this event happened 3 years ago when I was 19.
Okay.
It happened in the middle of the night when my parents were away.
Hello, Dark Pokemon. Welcome to the stream.
The company.
Welcome to the stream.
Where we live.
Ah! 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 No, not again! Where is it? Oh! Ah! Why? Why? Oh no! Why? The end! Why?
I stayed home by myself while they were gone. One time, while I was at home alone, I looked out the window randomly and froze.
Who's out there?
There was
Ah! Who are you? Who are you?
Tuxedo and holding a kitchen knife. This guy was standing right outside of the door.
Oh my gosh.
He wasn't laughing at all, and his head was twitching continuously. Sir, please get off our property. Otherwise, I'll call the police. I opened the window and told him. Then the man replied, "Oh, you can do that if you want, as long as you don't look away."
Hello,
Because
Tuka, welcome to the stream.
I felt anxious. So
oh
I grabbed
boy,
my
this
cell
is
phone and called
scary.
the police.
There's a creepy
But
man
again,
standing outside this dude's window.
At that very moment, I heard footsteps coming from downstairs. I suddenly remembered that I forgot to lock my garden door. So
you gotta be kidding me!
I thought
Are
I
you
was gonna
serious?
die first. But then I pulled myself together.
You're lucky you have a
I got
baseball
my
bat,
and
man.
looked down the stairs slowly, trying not to
You're
make
lucky.
a sound. There he was. He was just staring at me. He didn't move, but
oh,
said,
no.
"I told you not to look away."
Oh
A few
no!
moments later, we heard sirens. The man still did not move.
Oh no!
But then he suddenly changed his mind and walked over to me.
Hello,
I
Meicsell.
tried
Welcome to the
swing
stream, my
bat
guy.
towards him, but
Ah! Oh my God! He's
couldn't do
upstairs!
anything except
He's
scream.
upstairs! Oh no!
One policeman tried to
Oh,
arrest him, and the
no!
other one tried to
Ah!
take the knife away from him, but the man resisted.
Oh
He
no!
was strong. Even though he was
Oh
outnumbered,
no!
they couldn't stop him.
Oh
They
no!
threatened to shoot him in the foot, but he didn't care. Furthermore, he
No
attacked
way.
the two policemen, and they tumbled down to the ground. I ran
Yep,
to one
you
of the
better,
rooms
yeah, you
and
better
slammed
take
the
that
door shut.
opportunity. You better.
But he kicked in the door. When
Oh!
the door opened, I could see his face,
Oh!
and I will never, ever forget that moment.
Ah! He just pulled a Miley Cyrus. Classic. Gonna edit that out.
However, at
gun!
that very moment,
Wait a minute!
police caught up to him and shot his foot. The guy started screaming in pain. Shortly after that, he managed to jump outside of a window and disappeared.
Oh
The police
yeah,
were chased
this
after
is
him,
definitely
but
neighbors in
unfortunately,
Ohio.
They failed to arrest him. I never saw that guy again.
Good
I'm
riddance.
glad that I survived that incident, but I also feel nervous that he'll come to my house again. From that day on, I always made sure I locked all the doors and windows.
This is some scary stuff, everyone. This is some scary stuff.
When I was a teenager, I would often explore the deep web with my friends.
Oh no, is this an
Specifically,
anime parody?
weird stuff on Hidden Wiki.
Please don't be.
There were definitely a lot of links to choose from.
Please no.
I never clicked on the violent links because I'm not into that. My friend Latrice told me to click on one that says new best friend. After doing so, it takes you to a page where you have to make a profile. I put the name Lisa
Sorry,
on my profile.
This isn't
My
scary.
real name is Susan.
I gotta put that away. Sorry.
Once I made the profile, you are directed to a main page
It's not.
that has categories.
It's not loaded.
They
Of
were
course it's
silly,
not.
serious, smart, and smothering. We click smut.
But people in my neighborhood, they will come in your windows once in a while. Whether they are after your booty or whether they are after something else. It's all Ohio.
I thought it was funny.
Ohio's a lovely place.
After choosing, there was a list of people with their pictures, male and female. I
Oh.
clicked on a profile of a guy that had the name 5, like the number 5. I entered, and it didn't seem like someone who would be a smothering friend. When I was
Yeah,
searching
that's
through his
true.
profile, I received a message from him asking
He does
if
not
I were looking
seem like
for
you'd be a good
friend.
friend at all.
I looked at Latrice,
Not at all.
and she laughed, but also told me to respond yes. So we're messaging back and forth for maybe 30 minutes, and then Latrice had to go.
Jump scare in 10.
I told him I'll be back on
Oh,
tomorrow,
no.
and he said okay.
Oh no.
Maybe a week went by where I would talk to him every night. He seemed very nice, so we exchanged numbers so we could talk more. Everything seemed fine until I clicked on another profile and someone else messaged me. I started talking with this other person, but still was texting the guy 5,
Oh no.
which I knew his real name now as William. The new guy had the name Bill on his profile.
Bill?
A day went by,
Oh no.
and he seemed cool. But
No,
then
that is the
William randomly
worst.
asked me
That is the
why I
worst.
was talking with Bill. I didn't know what to say, so I never responded.
I wonder what
kept
Bill would be
texting with
saying.
angry
That
messages,
would
so I
be an
blocked him.
interesting thing.
I didn't receive any texts, only a single message on that site, and it said soon. One day
Soon?
after school, my friend
What do you
Latrice
mean
came over to have a
soon?
sleepover.
Am I
We
getting
got
evicted
comfortable,
again?
Went to my room and did our usual of surfing through the web, being nosy.
What was that picture?
I brought up that guy. Then I received a text message that said, "Why'd you block me?" from a random number.
Cause you're weird.
I replied with a question
You
mark.
kept sending me pictures of your bloody balls and dirty taints. I didn't want to see that. That's actually a reason why I blocked someone.
Then he replied, "It's me,
That was
William."
horrible.
He texted me from another number after I blocked him. I told Latrice how
William?
creepy this guy is. Then Latrice stopped me from talking because she thought she heard something. Then I heard a voice. "I'm not that creepy."
What?
We both responded by screaming. I saw someone coming from under my bed.
Oh, hell
I ran
no!
Screaming out of my room, and my mother called the cops. They didn't get him because he left through my window, and nothing could be traced back to him. I'm starting to think that he was both of the people I was talking to.
Why are you taking your
That
clothes
definitely
off?
opened my eyes to the dangers of the internet. I will never visit the dark web again.
Yeah, good. Dude, that was creepy.
A few years ago, me and my family went on our yearly holiday to Madeira, which
I
is
don't
the
care.
birthplace of my parents. It was pretty normal for us to go annually, as our
Okay.
grandparents were living there. We would sleep in one of our grandparents' home, and during the day, we would go to festivals. If you do not know much about Madeira, then this story will probably give you a better idea. It's not that a physical thing occurred that holiday. It was just this nightmare that became very real for me as a child. As I said before, I was staying at my grandparents' house while in Madeira. I had a room to
I don't
myself
know who
on the
asked.
upper
I
floor.
forgot already.
It was pretty creepy, since my grandmother loved Victorian-style dolls. Once I was able
a
to
doll
fall asleep,
one? You
I
gotta
had a creepy
be
dream that I can't forget.
kidding me!
I woke up.
Why?
From my
Out of
bed,
anything?
I could
Why?
hear movement on the floor.
Why the
I
dolls,
looked down
man?
to see that the floor was covered in black insects, just crawling around. I could not see the almond brown wood floorboards and began to yell for help. Someone opened my door and I saw my little brother come in, but behind him was
Little
a woman
Billy.
in a hideous purple dress.
Oh my
I never
god!
saw this woman before, but before my brother even came closer to me, I saw the woman force her hand into his back and tear out his heart. I remember screaming in the dream,
no!
and all the woman said was, "Your parents aren't here." And I woke up. I was so scared that I went into the next room where my brother should have been asleep. But because it was dark, I couldn't see him. Well, I was a dumb kid. My anxiety level rose even higher. I ran out, went downstairs, and none of my parents were around. I started to panic more because of what that lady in my dream said, and I started to cry even more. Then I heard my older brother call my name from up the stairs. The stairs I just ran down. I told him I had a bad dream, and he stayed in my room after showing me that my little brother was snoring away in his bed. The next morning, my brother told my parents how I behaved, so my mother asked me what happened. I told her about the dream with the lady in the hideous purple dress. My mother's face became serious, and she looked worried. I didn't know why, since that was unusual for her. About 2 years later, I was going through my parents' wedding album in our home in Madeira, while I was sorting out the top floor of the house with my younger brother. I noticed that one of the pictures was ripped in half. I thought it was unusual, so I began looking through to see where the other half was. It wasn't in the album. I brushed it off.
11/19? Well, don't tell everyone my birthday, man.
About an hour later, I was going through one of the drawers in the living room cabinet. I saw this picture of a woman in a
No
purple
way!
dress. She looked almost identical to the woman in my dream. It was the same dress. I began to goosebumps,
no!
so I put
No!
the album on top of
No!
the table and opened it to the page
No!
with the teared-up picture. I began
Why?
to shiver once the tear of both pictures fit perfectly well together. With worry, I began to ask my mother who was in the image. All I know to this day is that she is perceived as a witch and fled with my maternal uncle from Madeira. Soon after, the whole community began to believe it. This is possibly all just a coincidence, but it does send a shiver down my spine. I've never met this woman, but
your
she
uncle was
appeared
dating
in
a
my
witch?
dreams. I have no idea on whether or not I will forget the specific details of that
you
dream,
go away.
especially
go!
since I found
No!
out more about this
Go
woman,
away!
who is my aunt.
You go away. You're not getting my oranges.
Little Caesar
Ah!
fish
No,
that's
no,
actually from
cover,
Detroit,
no,
with
no,
caramelized crispy
no,
cheese
no,
edges.
no.
Pizza, pizza.
Oh, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. What is it? What is it? Where is it?
And counting.
Why? Oh no, we'll be right there. It is.
This happened about 5 years ago. I was 11
Ads,
years
man.
old,
I
and
gotta
it was
get ad
pretty early in
blocker.
the morning.
Oh no.
I was in the backyard playing basketball with my younger brother before I headed to school. We had a basketball hoop in our backyard. Our backyard was located next to an alley, and our gate was pretty short, so anyone who walked through that alley could see right into our backyard. After playing for a bit, we noticed that two
ads
strange
indeed.
men in the alley were checking out our neighbor's backyard.
Oh!
I didn't feel safe around them, so I led my brother
Is
back
that
in the
Shaggy?
house.
Is that Shaggy?
We were going to ignore them, but after eyeing them a little longer, my suspicion about them turned out to be right. Watching them from the window, I saw one of them hop right over our tiny gate and was now in our backyard. Then we rushed to go tell our mom. My mom
Shaggy's after booty.
went straight outside to see two strangers standing in our backyard. She yelled at them angrily and told them to go
do you
away.
have any drugs on you?
She called 911.
Like
They ignored her
zoinks!
and didn't leave.
Like zoinks,
One of the
man!
men
Do
just
you have
stared
any
at us.
drugs on you?
All of a
Me and
sudden,
my buddy
he went into the
Roger,
shed
we
we
are
had in
so
the
hungry
backyard
for
and
that,
pulled out a
you know,
lawnmower that was
some
inside.
white stuff, pills,
At
anything.
first, we were all confused and we
We
thought
will
they
be
might be trying
grateful
to
for
steal
literally
it.
anything.
Then my sister started to record the incident, thinking it might scare them, make them
Oh,
run
wait
away.
a minute!
But
I think
it
I've
didn't
seen this
work.
one before.
My mom called 911.
Apparently this was true,
and the
guys.
men
Fun
weren't
fact.
saying anything to us.
I think this was true.
But one of them seemed to have changed his mind and was trying to convince the other man that they should just leave.
Yeah.
Then the
you should
man who
probably
pulled
leave,
the
for
lawnmower
sure.
out of the shed turned the lawnmower on. And we were
SOS
totally confused
indeed,
at that
man.
moment.
No.
A random
no,
stranger
no,
just comes into
don't,
our backyard
don't,
and completely ignores
don't,
everything we say to
Don't
him.
do it.
Why would
Shaggy,
he go
don't
into
do
our
it.
shed,
Shaggy,
pull out a lawnmower,
no.
and
Shaggy,
turn it
no,
on?
no.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Put the lawnmower back in the
However,
man's garage.
his next move made even less sense.
Shaggy,
and
no!
It was even more insane.
Shaggy, no.
He flipped the
Shaggy!
lawnmower upside down
Shaggy,
and
no.
just stood there looking.
No, Shaggy. Oh,
A few
no.
seconds later,
Shaggy.
confusion soon turned
Shaggy.
to horror.
Shaggy,
after
no.
watching what
Don't do
happened
it.
next.
Don't do it.
He
Shaggy.
dived head first
Shaggy.
into the spinning blade of the
Shaggy.
lawnmower.
No.
All this happened in the blink of an eye.
No.
My mom screamed at the top of her lungs, which frightened the 911 operator. I couldn't believe what I just saw.
Me
I was
either.
only 11 years old at the time,
11.
but it must have been even harder for my younger siblings to watch that happen. A few minutes later, the ambulance and the
believe it.
cops arrived at the backyard. The
I believe
police
it.
came by to ask a few questions, but the video my sister took had the whole incident on video. So the cops knew the story was
No,
legit.
Shaggy, no.
I couldn't help but feel bad for the other man that was with him. When the incident happened, he screamed too, started crying, and begged us to call for help. But it was already too late. I
Rip
didn't go to
indeed,
school
Chris,
that day
rip
because
indeed.
I was in shock.
His face sure got
After
ripped.
that, I
and
couldn't
so did
sleep
his
at all.
skull.
I had nightmares for a while. I wished we'd never saw that and wondered what happened to that man to make him want to end his life. I also couldn't stop thinking
Shaggy
about
was on
our
that white
lawnmower.
stuff. That's my theory.
It was old and worn out. You needed to
Shaggy
pull the
was on
cord
that white
multiple
stuff.
times, and with some luck, it might turn on. But he pulled that thing once, and it started right up. Everything was odd that day.
True horror story about the man from the bus
This
stop.
happened to me when I was 17 years old.
Oh no.
I live in Canada, and this situation
Oh,
took
Canada.
place during a snowstorm at around 9 p.m.
I've heard
It was extremely
I've heard of
dark
that state.
outside, and I was waiting inside a bus stop shelter after my part-time job to get home. Although I live in a crowded city in Toronto, it was very quiet that night, and there were barely any cars on the road due to hazardous
Barely?
weather conditions.
Really?
I was waiting all by myself for about 10 minutes until one man who looked like he was in his 50s entered the shelter.
Oh, you gotta
He had
be
a
kidding me.
disgusting smirk on his face, which made him a bit creepy looking. And that pretty large guy started making small talk with me. He had a creepy low voice, and he kept asking me what I was doing out in this weather and where I was going. I was feeling anxious, but there was only me and that man, so I told him I was going home after work. He smiled and said to me that the buses are going to be delayed because of the weather and won't be coming in for a really long time. I took out my phone to check the bus times. However, due to the deadly
Why?
cold weather, my phone died completely.
Oh,
Then
well, nice
he
job.
came closer to me. He smelled awfully disgusting. Hey, you want to come with me for 5 minutes? He said. I said,
Okay.
"I'm sorry, sir.
Just take
What
my
do you
not shit.
mean?"
No, don't go with
He
that man,
said,
whoever you are.
"Let's go hang out for a bit. Don't worry, you won't miss your bus. I will bring..."
As As a very casual random acquaintance once told me, always trust a man in a big white van.
Bring you back safely. Come on. I wasn't stupid and was aware of pedophiles. So I stepped back and refused. But he kept insisting that I should go with him.
No.
I was so afraid that he would do something bad to me. However, luckily, one lady came into the shelter, and the man immediately closed his mouth.
Good.
After waiting for some time, the bus finally arrived. It was me, the lady, that creepy man, and 2 other people on the bus. He sat all the way at the back of the bus where he could watch me clearly, and I noticed that he kept staring and staring.
No.
I was so nervous.
That is not
and
good.
when it was my stop, I got off along with the lady. And as I kept walking, I saw that the man got off with us and was right behind me. I freaked out and thought there was no choice at all. So I grabbed the lady's arm and asked her if she could walk me home because a man was following me. She also noticed that the guy was acting strangely, so she whispered that she would take me home. I walked with the lady, and when I looked back, he stared at me.
Oh my God!
And disappeared. When I arrived home, my parents and I thanked that lady repeatedly.
Good, you
And
should.
after that, I never saw him again in my life.
Good riddance.
Little Caesars
Ah!
actually from Detroit with caramelized crispy cheese edges.
Pizza.
This holiday, give the gift.
Why?
I work as a nurse in a
Yeah,
hospital,
don't trust
although I
her
can't
at
reveal
all.
exactly where because of privacy reasons. Recently, a fairly popular celebrity came to be treated here, although I can't reveal who due to the aforementioned privacy reasons. Honestly, I was pretty surprised he was coming here. Not to shit talk my place of employment, but this place has a bit of a record of being really bad in caring for people. Not that I'm a bad nurse or anything, it's just that a lot of the surgeons seem to fuck up their job and not get fired for some reason. This made it all the more confusing to me that this celebrity came here for surgery to remove a late-stage brain tumour. Speaking of, my friend Patricia was a huge fan and really wanted to be the one assigned to him post-surgery. She was even thinking of asking him for an autograph, which seemed unprofessional to me. Anyway, he was flying in for treatment tomorrow, but my current job was to assist a surgeon with the surgery of a little boy who swallowed a bunch of his toy marbles. I was surprised they decided to opt for surgery though, because they were previously recommended to wait for him to pass them. It was me, the anesthesiologist, and the surgeon in the room. I was staying nearby to the site of the surgery, and everything seemed to be going well. Then, the surgeon slipped and cut the kid's stomach lining open. It was horrific. The smell of stomach acid almost made me vomit as it began to dissolve his intestines. Despite our best efforts, he was dead within 10 minutes. What disturbed me was how unfazed the surgeon was. After we failed to save him, the surgeon left to break the news to the parents almost immediately after. I thought I heard the anesthesiologist mumble something under her breath, but I couldn't understand clearly. It was something about food. My shift was over though, and I walked to the subway to grab some dinner, then caught the bus home. I was pretty tired, so I watched some Netflix in bed until I fell asleep. That night, I had a dream, or more accurately, a nightmare. I was in the hospital, and that kid was there in front of me. Only his whole body was hollow,
dude,
and
he
his
still
chest
has a
cavity
stomach
was
cut open.
and bloody. His eyes were gone too, but still, he stared at me, and the entire time he pointed straight down. I finally woke up, and with relief from being free of that dream and more guilt from the failed surgery, I started my day. I got to work and Patricia was fairly bubbly. She spent almost the whole morning talking my ear off about the celebrity. When he finally came in, she started freaking out and tried to walk up and talk to him. His bodyguard
Okay, now
pushed
who
her
could
away
that
though,
be?
and she returned to her duties dejectedly. Just before my lunch break, I was called into my supervisor's office. He said he had something very
It's Dwayne Johnson. That's who the secret celebrity is.
important for me to do, and that it needed to be done ASAP. He
Jump
told me to
scare
go
in
to the
15.
transplant center and
Oh,
get
I
10
hope not.
hearts, then go to the basement.
Jump scare in
I was pretty
15.
confused and
Please
wanted to ask some
no.
questions, but he cut me off and
Please
yelled,
no.
Either you can do this shit right now, or you can walk out and kiss your job goodbye.
I was pretty pissed. He would fire me daring to ask a question, but the management would avoid firing the incompetent surgeons even though they should. I left in a huff to go collect the organs and found them waiting in a case there already, with a note signed by the doctor that gave me access to a restricted room in the basement simply called Room 60. I didn't have the slightest clue what was in there, and marched onwards to the elevator and went down to the basement. I walked to Room 60 and showed the security guard.
Okay,
my
who?
note. He looked me over and said,
Okay, who is that? Who would
this is
that
your
guy
first
be
time
then?
doing
I don't
this,
know.
huh? I feel sorry for you. Try not to panic if you know what's good
I
for
have
you."
no idea.
He then unlocked the door, and I stepped in.
Who is it?
Immediately I was
Who
hit with
are
a smell
you?
I would describe as rotten egg.
Who are
The
you?
ground was slick with something and it was dark in there too, with only one dim overhead light. The room was pretty big, and in the middle I saw some nondescript
Jump scare in
blob.
3.
Then I heard what sounded like a deep breath in.
Have
and the
you
blob
seen this
started
before?
moving. The thing, which I now started to realise was a body,
Ah!
was walking towards me with stumpy fat legs. I screamed and tried to run away, but I slipped on the ground.
better
with my
run,
face
there's
got
a very
smudged and I
goopy
realised the
human
stuff on the
being
floor
behind
was
you.
blood. And as I turned onto my back, I was
He
face
is
to
very
face with the
wet.
thing.
He is
It looked
very.
like a very
Oh
pale,
my!
morbidly obese man, although it was much taller and much fatter than any human could be. It had large curled horns, as well as
Is it
no
a
mouth.
Oni?
Instead, where its mouth should be, there was just a row of pitch black, pointy, needle-like teeth surrounding the hole. It paid me no heed and reached out to pick up the box of organs. It opened the box and ate all the hearts in handfuls, stuffing 3 at a time in its mouth. I was terrified and ran out the door, slamming it shut behind me. The security guard looked me in the eyes and put a reaffirming hand on my shoulder.
No!
It looked like he wanted to say something but couldn't. He told me that he would walk me out of the building and that I could have the rest of the day off. Now I'm at home, still shaking and typing this up. I got a text from Patricia, and apparently the celebrity's surgery was a
Yeah,
massive
that's
success.
not a demon.
I'm
I don't
wondering
know
I
what that
even do
is.
now. Is this the type of thing I can report? Would anyone believe me?
No. No one would believe you. I would, though. I'm into that shit.
This happened when I was about 11. My 2 friends and I, all of us male, were swimming in my friend's backyard one night around 10 p.m. My friend's house borders the junior high school property and is separated by a chain-link fence. As we were swimming, I look over and I see a tall man dressed in black and a baseball cap, just standing there like a zombie, just watching us.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
For some reason, I didn't get scared. I just thought it was weird. I mentioned him to my friends, who both look over and immediately start screaming their heads off.
Oh, he
and
is
start
weird.
swimming.
He's weird for you, Johnny. That guy's name is Johnny. I'm just gonna give him the name Johnny. I don't know what else to call him. He's weird for your booty, Johnny. He's very weird for that.
Away to get out of the pool.
You all know,
Their
if we're being
reaction
real,
woke
we
me
all
up
know
to the
what
situation,
you all know what he's after.
and I started swimming out of the pool too.
It's terrible.
We are one by one trying to use the ladder. And I
Slender.
was in the rear, so as I'm waiting,
Not
I
again.
look over and the guy is scrambling up the fence as fast as he can. We made it to the house and managed to slam the door
Oh,
and
close
lock
the door!
it just
Close
as he
it!
reaches
Close
the
it!
door.
Close it! Close it!
This was the back door, which
Good.
was like 80% clear glass, so he just stood there looking at us as we screamed our heads off. I even noticed he was holding a baseball bat. We run and hide behind the living room
no.
couch, and he keeps jiggling with the doorknob. But luckily, he never used the bat to break the glass, which would have been really easy.
Okay.
He walks away and my friend runs and turns the security alarm on and calls his dad, who was off running errands. My friend's dad said he was almost home and to stay inside. We turn the TV on and start to calm down, when all of a sudden, the alarm goes off. I almost shit my swimming suit for the second time, and our stupid 11-year-old minds decide just standing there screaming was the best option. My friend's dad happened to get home while this is happening. He gives the operator the secret password that everything is okay, grabs his gun and searches the property, but he didn't find anyone.
Alright.
We
That's
still
good.
swam at night after that, and we never met that crazy guy again. Also, I'm 25 now, and I don't know why we didn't just call the cops or why my friend's dad didn't call the cops.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we'll be right.
drive-by call.
Later chest congestion.
We're back. True horror story about an uninvited guest.
This
at my
happened around the
friend's
year
party.
2011, when I was 13.
Well, let's hear it.
One day my friend was planning on throwing a party at his place,
Oh,
so my
really?
older cousin drove me there. It took about 4 hours to get there, and when I finally arrived, it was around 8 p.m. A few hours later, we were having fun, but out of nowhere, I had to use the bathroom really badly. About 5 minutes had passed, and while I was in the bathroom, I heard a crunching noise coming from the woods. At first, I thought it was someone who arrived late to the party, but all of a sudden, I heard loud banging on the glass. I started to think it might be my friend just looking for me, so I told him that I was inside the bathroom. However, it wasn't my friend. It was a guy who looked like he was in his late 50s. He said that his car broke down. He then asked me to help him, but I was already paranoid about strangers. So I simply told him that I couldn't help him. He nodded his head and walked away. When I was done using the bathroom, I went back to the room where my friend was. I told him what I saw and what the man said to me. My friend looked like he just saw a ghost. Then he finally said that for almost 2 months, this man was stalking his entire family.
Wait,
and
what?
also saw him from the bathroom window tons of times. They asked the police to check their area several times, but
What?
they couldn't help his family. When he said that, I thought he was
Why would he be
overreacting
stalking your family,
until I
man?
heard the same banging noise now coming from the
Why
door.
do you even have a family?
It was more violent now. Everybody paused what they were doing and looked at the door in shock. One guest broke the silence and said it was probably only the pizza delivery man.
Oh, yeah.
But my friend told
Totally.
me not to answer
Pizza
the door
delivery man.
at all
Yep,
costs.
let him in.
I looked through the peephole,
Let him
and
in.
there he was.
Wait.
The same guy I saw through the bathroom's
Wait
window.
a minute.
He had a psychotic-looking face.
Oh my God!
Was licking his lips nonstop. We all just stood there in silence and hoped that the man would go away. But after a few minutes, the loud noise came from the basement.
Oh,
The guy threw a brick at the basement's window and crawled through it.
no, no,
Suddenly, it
no.
sounded as if a gunshot echoed through the entire house. My friend and most of the partygoers screamed and ran out of the house. I stayed behind along with a few others. One of the older kids was trained in martial arts, so I saw him assault and attack
Okay,
the man
this'll be very
until he was shot. Afterward, the man escaped and ran into the woods. The whole scene was chaotic now. An ambulance and police car arrived soon after.
And yes, this is a real
Unfortunately, the kid that
pickaxe,
was shot
and I will use
survived.
it if that woman steps
After a
one
few days
step
of intense
closer.
investigation, the police went to my friend's house and told him that they caught the guy.
At least I think this is real.
Turns out
I
that
bought
he
it
was
at a,
living in
I,
the woods.
I bought this pickaxe at a garage sale for, $15, whatever.
He also kidnapped 3 kids, but luckily they were found in time and set free. But they also found out that he had already killed a few kids already. So after that,
What?
he was condemned to death.
Good.
Murder.
Ah!
This happened a while back when I was 11. We used to live in a 2-story house with the second floor being a wooden floor. There's a slight crack on the floor, so if anyone steps on it, it creaks.
Right.
And one night, I woke up at
Oh, yeah.
around 1
That's
a.m.
the worst.
The moment I opened my eyes, I heard heavy footsteps behind me as my body was facing the wall.
Your
My bed
body
was next
what?
to the wall,
Oh.
and my computer was by my head. My door was always open since I never close it when I go to bed. At first, I was confused about why there were heavy footsteps with chains dragging on the floor.
Is it Chris Walker
The
from
heavy
Outlast?
steps sounded as if it stepped on
Oh,
the
that
first
would be
crack.
horrible.
I heard
It's Chris
the floor
Walker, isn't it?
creak. The footsteps seemed to fade
Chris
away
Walker,
to
please
the end of
no.
the hallway.
Put
to
your
my
man
elbows.
titties away.
It creeped me out, and I couldn't move my body. I just stared at the wall in fear. then
Please don't
closed
tear off my
eyes.
head.
Soon after, that noise came back to my room slowly. I heard the creak again, and all of a sudden, the chains whipped the floor door. That sound was so loud, so I opened my
no,
eyes
Chris
for
Walker,
a few
please,
seconds
no.
in fright, but closed it again. I said to myself that it was all a dream, and it was nothing.
Oh no!
It became silent until I heard a loud smash on the keyboard that's right by my head. I screamed, but
Sir! Sir, please! Scary, big scary monster! Whoever you are, if you're on my computer, please delete my internet history, please! Actually, my internet history, that could stop the monster. That would just make him go like, oh, nope, nope. And then he'll just attack the other, he'll just attack the other people in the house. He'll just leave me.
closing my eyes forcefully. Suddenly, one of the deep voices started murmuring loudly just above my head. Its sound was so low beyond recognition, so I couldn't understand what the thing was. Then I started to pray to God. I was not honest and trustworthy back then, but praying was the only way to erase my fear.
Oh yeah.
So I kept praying, and
I mean, if it's
surprisingly,
a, okay,
the
yeah, if
voice
it's a demon,
faded away.
sure, that would work.
The next day, I told my family
morning.
about what happened, and they were surprised. I was given a rosary by a relative as protection, and she told me not to take it off. So ever since then, I've been wearing it. However, just a month after that, around 3 a.m., I was sleeping, and suddenly, my rosary fell and shattered into pieces on the floor. I jumped out of my bed immediately when it happened.
Oh no.
I was so confused.
That
but
is-
I didn't want to
yeah,
check
that
on
is-
what could
that's
have
not
caused
good.
it. So I decided to go back to sleep and just collect the scattered pieces of the rosary when I woke up. The next morning, I told my family about it again, and they got really scared because it was really unusual. But they couldn't do anything about it, so they just tried to cheer me up. Nothing has really happened since then, but I always wonder what
Good.
would have happened if I
Good.
opened my eyes to look right above my head to see who or what that deep voice was.
Well, who was it?
This happened a couple of years ago. One
Well, who
night,
was it?
My mom decided to hang out with her friends at a
I guess
casino.
we
and my
don't. I
dad
guess we
was
don't
at
want to
work.
know, do we?
So my two older sisters and I were home by ourselves. My sisters were 14 and 15 at the time, and I was 11.
Oh.
After
Too
my
young.
mom left, it was pretty exciting to be home by ourselves. But an hour later, it got boring. So we decided to play a game. We ended up playing hide and seek. At that point, I was a bit scared because it was 11 p.m., almost midnight.
Okay.
But then I kind of brushed it off since I thought my dad would come home soon. I didn't want to
Nope,
admit that I
he's
was
not coming
scared.
back.
Also, I don't want
He's
to
out
be
to get the milk.
alone.
You know what
So
that means.
I decided to play. Let's just play hide and seek in the backyard, I suggested, but she refused. There are no hiding spots back there. Let's go to the forest, my sister said. After
I mean, that's
my
a better
sister
place to-
said that,
that's a better
shivers went
place.
down my spine.
If you want to
But
do that,
anyway,
I guess.
we stepped into the forest.
Who would
that's
be in the
nearby.
forest? That's
Go
the question.
count, my second older sister said to me. I decided that I had to be brave. My other sister gave me a blindfold. What is this for? I asked.
Wait a
Put it
minute.
on and try to find us,
Are they?
my sister said. While my sister
How?
used flashlights to find a place to
Wait.
hide, I put the blindfold on
In
and
the
then
woods?
counted to 30.
Really?
When it was time, I said,
Are you
"Ready or
serious?
not, here I come." After walking around, touching every tree I walked by, 10 minutes had already passed, and I still hadn't found my sisters. Even while I was walking on this trail, I could barely see anything, so I tripped on a twig and fell. My clothes got dirty and my knees started bleeding. But I had no choice. I got up and walked around some more.
Really?
I came across a tree and knew I finally found something. It felt like a person.
Oh my
"Thank
god!
you," I said. I then heard my sisters walking by behind me, saying, "Hey, how did you not find us yet?" At that moment, I froze. I took off my blindfold slowly and saw an old man sitting there smiling at me while holding a knife. "Can't I play with y'all?" he asked, with a cracking voice.
Oh my
He wore
god!
a dirty shirt, and his
What did I
hair
miss?
seemed like he didn't shower for
What
a
did I miss?
long time.
Oh!
I screamed.
He has a
I
knife?
started running out of the forest. as
Yep,
quickly
you better
as I
run.
could.
You better
While
run.
running, I looked back and noticed the man chasing after us while holding the knife, swinging it in the air. He was laughing like a mad person.
Oh,
I've never felt that kind of
no!
fear before. But after running for a while, the old man couldn't keep up. He stopped running, stared at us, and then he turned around and went back into the forest. We got closer to our house, and then we saw our dad pulling into the driveway. We ran to him and told him what just happened. He was shocked, so he called.
Dad! Dad! We found Shaggy in the woods! I think he murdered Scooby! And Velma! And Fred. And maybe Velma.
The police immediately. The police went to the forest and they searched those areas for a few hours. After a while, they found and arrested the old man. The next day, we learned that the old man killed 4 female children and dumped their bodies in the woods. All the local news stations were covering the incident. When I heard that, I felt sick to my stomach.
No
I am
way,
glad
no
that
way,
we are
no.
safe. But now I pray for the 4 souls of the children. May they rest in peace.
Sneezing.
Ah!
Cold and flu
Oh,
is in
no,
the
whoa.
air. Get fast
Oh,
relief
wrong
with
one.
Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Little Caesar.
Alright.
I have a sister who got married when she was 18. She had a daughter named Susie. Her husband was unemployed.
Shaggy
She had to
didn't
work
kill
2 jobs to
Daphne,
support
Chris.
herself, her
She's
daughter,
too
and her
pretty.
husband.
Or
Every
ugly, I
day.
don't know.
She left the house at 8 a.m. and she only returned around 8 p.m. every night. Around this time, Susie had an imaginary friend. She told my sister it was a little girl named Jessica. Susie would talk about her all the time. My sister even overheard her talking to Jessica. It creeped her out, and after a while, she told Susie she was forbidden to talk about the girl. We weren't allowed to mention Jessica when we came over to visit.
Who are you talking about?
One day, Susie told her mom, Jessica is mad at you because you don't believe she's real. She comes to play with me when Daddy
Fair
closes
enough.
the closet door after you leave, and he lets us out before you come home.
Oh.
My sister had no idea this was happening.
Oh, no.
Her husband was supposed to be watching Susie during the day. Instead, he would lock her in the closet with a box of cereal and leave her there all day. When my sister discovered what was going on, she kicked her husband out. The poor little girl spent so much time all alone, locked in a closet that she had conjured up an imaginary playmate for herself.
Ah!
My sister divorced her husband and got custody of Susie. She decided to move out of the house they were renting. When the moving van came, the old man who owned the house came over to help them. He was talking to my sister and said, I was always worried about your little girl on those basement stairs. My granddaughter fell down those basement stairs and broke her neck. She died in front of the closet
No
down
way.
there. When she heard that, my sister got the chills. What was her name, she asked. It wasn't Jessica, was it? The old man looked at her and said her name was Jessica. She was only 4 years old. She couldn't say it properly, and how did you know that's how she said her name, Jessica? How did you know?
Oh.
My sister was in denial. She told him she didn't know what he was talking about. She refused to talk about it, grabbed the last of her things, and left the house for good.
Huh.
Even today,
That's creepy.
we're still not allowed to talk about Susie and her imaginary friend, Jessica. My sister remarried a few years later, and Susie got a great new stepdad. But Susie When we speak alone, she always brings up that little girl and what she looked like. And it still creeps me out to this day. Because I don't really believe in that type of stuff with ghosts and paranormal, but there's no way that Susie could have known about that little girl. But who knows? Maybe they are real. And maybe not.
Wait, what? I heard my mom speaking at night.
Every night, I hear my mother through the walls. But she never talks during the day, only at night.
That's your mom?
She begins at midnight and abruptly stops at 6 a.m.
It looks like it would be at least, you know.
I've heard everything, from harsh whispers, playful talking, cackling, and even screaming. Some of the things I hear her say frighten me. It's about dark and dreadful things. Whenever I enter her room to check on her, the silence is there. She just rocks in her chair. This is enough. I can't take it anymore. My mom has been suffering from seizures for the past few years, and they're getting worse.
Oh, she's
The
gagging!
doctor told me that she needed full-time care, so I volunteered. Even though she has always been estranged and I hadn't seen her in a decade, I knew she needed me. So I kinda thought it might be my last chance to stay with her. But it's gotten too much. She scares me. She doesn't even eat. I've tried and tried, but she doesn't open her mouth.
Oh my god!
I've tried to get her out of her bedroom, or at least out of her chair, but she gets aggressive. So whenever she needs a bath, I bathe her right where she sits. She just rocks in her chair, mindlessly smiling at her closet. She does this all day. I have no idea what I have to do next. I'm about to go insane. I can handle caring for her during the day, but at night I can't anymore. So I finally went to the doctor
Jump scare
for
at
some
25!
help. I told him that she's been
How do
keeping
you know
me up
this?
at night with her whispering
How do you know
and
this, Renba?
talking.
How?
And I also told him that it's getting too much and she's starting to scare me. But his facial expression while looking towards me was weird. He stared at me like he didn't understand what I was talking about. And what the doctor said next scared me even more. Well, I think you had a bad dream. Your mother bit her tongue off a few years ago. She can't talk at all.
Hey, it's lose ceramides. I need
Oh no!
moisture.
Put it away! Put it away!
Essential ceramides.
Put it away! Oh, this song.
It happened when I was around 11 years old. One day, I was at my friend Kenzie's house. My other friend Emma joined us too. It was a lazy weekend, so we decided to kill some time by baking cookies and doing other things. We all gathered in Kenzie's room and did our geometry homework, which was the main reason we were all there. But soon after, we got bored doing it since we were young teenage girls.
No, never mind.
So we jumped on the bed, watched YouTube and Netflix, and told each other scary stories. The one I'll never forget is Kenzie's story. She told me a story that kept me paranoid for the rest of my stay at the house. She told us the owner of the house was found murdered in this house, and she sometimes feels like someone lives in her closet. A few hours later, Kenzie's parents said that they were going to a party and wouldn't be back until 6 in the morning. Kenzie didn't want to spend the night with her grandma and little sister, so she suggested that we should have a sleepover. It sounded like a great idea, so we just called each of our parents, and it took a lot of convincing to have the sleepover. When we got permission, we all changed into Kenzie's pajamas, got in bed, and watched something scary. It was almost 8 p.m. Kenzie's room was so messy, it almost looked like a pig's pen. So we decided that we would record a time-lapse of us cleaning. We were in the middle of cleaning the room when the doorbell suddenly rang. It was our pizza delivery. We all forgot to turn the camera off and left to eat. We just sat in the living room, ate, and talked for a while. After we finished eating the pizza, we went back to her room. I realized that we left the camera on. But as I reached to grab my phone, I felt something. I was anxious, even though her room was very silent. So I told my friends to come closer. We all stood there and watched the video. As soon as we left, the window opened slowly. There was a man who came inside, and then he ran into the bathroom.
Michael Jackson?
We all froze, knowing that someone was in the bathroom,
Michael Jackson!
which was connected to this
No,
room,
that's not Michael
but
Jackson.
tried not to make any noise. Then Kenzie
Little
told us that
Caesars.
we should all
That's the
leave this
one?
room, so we did just that. We went to her grandma's room with her little sister. We immediately locked the door, called the police
scare.
and Kenzie's parents.
Really?
Thankfully, the police arrived in less than 5 minutes. When they arrived at the house, they went to Kenzie's room and found the man. Near the sink was a gun and a pocket knife. And
Whoa, guys. Chill. It's just her uncle. No? Okay, sorry.
they arrested him. It turns out that he was put in jail last week for raping young girls and then murdering them. But he escaped prison and tried to find another victim. I couldn't help but imagine what would have happened if I didn't look at the footage on my camera. To this
Good thing
day,
he's
I
gone.
hate going to sleepovers.
That's terrible.
Now I'm 16, and I heard that the man escaped again after killing the security guards.
Wait, what?
I hope he's not looking for me.
Wait, what did you say?
Now, to this day, I hate going to
One more time.
sleepovers. Now I'm 16, and I heard that the man escaped again after killing the security guards. I hope he's not looking for me or my friends.
Oh, no. True Island Luana.
This story takes place in South Africa, my home country. It happened last year during July, right after I turned 18. I had a 3-week holiday before I had to go back to school, and my sister decided to take me and a few friends to KwaZulu-Natal for a trip to a mountain range. It was me, my sister called Kate, and my 3 friends, Ashley, May, and Hannah. The last place we visited before we went to the cold mountain range was called Isandlwana, where the Shaka Zulu army fought Britain with many fatalities. We got to the place at around midnight since there was no security. So we decided to explore the grounds and look at the thousands of graves placed around the land. It wasn't until after I asked to give it a rest and find a place to stay for the night that my sister pulled a box out of her bag.
She what?
It was the infamous Ouija board.
No!
I used to believe in the
You gotta be
paranormal side
shitting
of
me.
the world, so all 5 of us decided to play. I mean, it was such a perfect place to do it.
You gotta be
So
kidding
we
me,
sat
Boris.
down by one of the bigger graves and started playing. But the board wasn't really doing anything until my sister lost her temper and took her fingers off. The keys started moving around in short circles before going over the letters and spelling out RUNTHEAREHERE. Run. They are here. At first, we were all kind of laughing. We weren't really scared
This is no
because
laughing
we
matter.
had a crap ton of alcohol before playing the game and thought it was one of the girls doing it. However, all of a sudden, Ashley stood up, cried out in pain, and she claimed something was stabbing her. "Help! Help me!" she screamed, so we immediately stopped playing and went to help her. When she lifted up her shirt, we could see a long and deep scratch that went from where her heart is down to her stomach. We were all shocked, so we left the place in a hurry since the nearest clinic was over an hour away. When we arrived, our situation only got worse, considering we were a group of white girls who only knew how to speak English and a bit of Dutch, while everyone inside of the clinic was a Zulu native and didn't know any English. We couldn't get my friend any help, since neither we nor the nurses understood each other until we lifted up my friend's shirt to show them the wound. We felt so stuffy, and eventually, one nurse sterilized her and bandaged her up.
Wait, sterilized her?
However, surprisingly,
What?
the next morning when we woke up inside of my sister's van, she was no longer wounded, and it was as if the event didn't even happen. Someone later told us that it might be a Zulu trademark to cut their enemies' hearts from their gut in respect of the body they had killed, preparing them for the afterlife. But who knows? Now, over a year later, none of us truly know what happened. I go to university, and they are still my only friends. The memory becomes more and more distant over time, and I sometimes believe that we all just hallucinated. But the one thing for sure is that I will never, ever touch the Ouija board again.
Put it away, turn it off.
Introducing the celebration.
I don't care about the celebration.
Exclusively.
Oh no. Oh no, put it away! No, put it! Ah! Sir! Sir! Stop rubbing your taint on the screen, please! Stop! Oh no! Oh! Oh! Okay, the ads are off. Oh. Well, everyone, I suppose that is it for, scary, oh! How could I, forget? I actually had one more for y'all. One more scary thing. One more scary thing that I had for y'all. Ah! Scary! Ah! I'm sorry, I remember something scary I saw that every time I think about it, I scream. Alright. I got one more thing for y'all. One more! And it's actually a movie trailer called The Mean One. It is a scary Grinch parody, and yes, this is the truth. Let's check it out. The Mean One. Checking it out. Now! Oh!
Remember that story about Cindy you-know-who?
No. Yes.
When her
Maybe.
Christmas was
Why?
stolen, she knew what to do.
Santa, put
Why,
that
Santa
fat,
Claus?
flabby
Why?
red ass
But
away.
what if I said that's not how it went down?
Oh!
Okay, because we can turn around right now.
No.
Yeah, turn around!
Killed in Mindstone.
Did you ever find the Christmas killer?
Never got a reliable description of
Christmas killer!
Dad?
Oh, no.
He's out there!
No!
The Christmas killer is back!
This town cannot
my
go
God!
through another Christmas killer thing. Not again.
Us folks down in Newville, we liked Christmas a lot. But that thing that lives just north of Newville does not.
What is it?
The mean one. He's slippery, he's loose.
The main one! Oh my!
Mister.
Main
Not gonna
one?
be a victim anymore. Time to
There
roast
are
this
more
beast.
Grinches?
You're a dead one, mister.
Wow. Should I react to the Winnie the Pooh one? I'm doing it. Oh,
Santa Claus,
no!
Indiana, to Snowflake, Arizona, and everywhere. Ready with that.
Okay. Alright. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Let's check this out, shall we? I actually never seen this yet. I heard of it, but I've never seen it myself.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin. We should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
I really need to find out what's happening there, okay?
Yeah, leave. You don't need to find out anything, my guy. Oh no!
This place is kind of cold. Did you say it has a pool?
We need to go. There's... Laura's dead.
Get out.
There's someone else outside.
There is?
What was that?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left, I swear, I swear.
Oh my god! Blood and honey? Now that's just sick. Well, hey, guess what? We have one more, everyone. It's not scary, but another movie trailer. This was recommended to me by a friend of mine, Chris. He's here right now. So, let's check this out, shall we? Cocaine Bear. I think this is a comedy, but we'll check it out anyways. Right after I get through these stupid ads, which suck so much. And then we will check this out. I really gotta get ad blocker, that's for sure. You guys, you're lucky you're not seeing this ad. Oh, okay. Alright. Anyways, without further ado. Oh, I did not mean to click that. I meant to click this. Cocaine Bear official trailer. This isn't scary, but this is something.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Or is it scary? Oh my god! Ah! Yeah, okay, yeah, this might be scary. Oh! Ah!
Worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it
Okay,
out.
yeah, this actually
Something
is
got
scary.
into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost. I need you to go and get it.
No, don't eat that, don't eat that. Let's see what kind of effect that has on
The bear. It fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was far.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can!
Oh! Yeah, you better run!
Higher, baby.
Oh shit!
Get higher, baby.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with a man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine.
Wait, can it talk?
Out of its mind. Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear? Shoot it, man! Bear, speed up!
Get higher, baby. And don't ever come down.
We
I
have
think
such
it
good
made
luck
it
in
into the
nature.
bay. Oh!
Introduce.
Well, everyone, that was fun. But yeah, just thought I'd react to something scary, nothing much, but just thought I'd say thank you all so much for everyone who showed up. Yeah, that was fun, and yeah. Well, anyways, does anyone else have any recommendations of something to react to? Otherwise, I better close the show down. No? Okay. Well, now we know what cocaine does to bears. Yes, we do. It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Never give drugs to animals. That is true. Can you do a reaction to Godzilla versus Monkey versus the Avengers? Sure. Well, I get copyrighted though. I don't want that to happen. Alright, let's check it out. Do a reaction to... Part 21. Blunt Brothers Productions. Another cool animation. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted, but if I do, I'll just take down... Wait, hold on. Let me actually check their channel, see if they got any policies. If they don't like people reacting to their content. I actually have a story about... Did you guys know that I had 2 strikes on this channel? Like, I was 1 strike away from being terminated, like about a year ago. I'm trying not to have that happen again.
Before we begin this
Or
video,
actually, get terminated. But, okay, I will react to this, and then Secret Invasion, and then I better skedaddle. So, let's check this out.
Before we begin this video, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Joe Mobile. Don't forget to search getjoemobile.com once the video ends.
Joe who?
Joe better subscribe right now or I'll break your jaw.
Oh.
Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, that's what you get. Part 21. Oh, he's angry. He's angry.
Oh, great. Now we have 2 space portals to deal with.
Yep.
Guys, this isn't where we were supposed to go.
I told you, we're gonna have to make a couple stops before we get there.
Exactly how many stops do we need to take?
I have no idea.
You don't?
Hold this. I'm gonna tie their necks into a pretzel. Ow. Stark,
Like
go
hell
on,
you
go
are.
high. The rest of us will go low. Ah, here we go again.
Well, he's gone.
Why can't I get up?
Wow.
Your ginormous size is no match for the power of Mjolnir.
Well, he's gone. Oh!
Really?
Yeah, really?
Oh boy.
I do not know who I'm rooting for, but I should probably choose sides. Well, nice job.
Merely a flesh wound.
You
Well,
will pay
he's
for
dead.
that with your life, you two-headed fool. Odin's beard.
Well, good night. Go.
Oh. Romanov? I
That's
don't
probably
think that's very
like-
effective against these guys.
What? You can't mock me for trying to be helpful.
Stark, you hear me?
Fury?
There's a missile headed straight for the city.
How close?
3 minutes, tops.
Huh.
3 minutes.
And I know just where to put it.
Up. Good night. Wait.
Well, I hope you're not scared of heights.
Oh no. Oh. Well, Nick Fury got flattened.
Huh? No, 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 no!
Okay. I guess he is not here anymore.
What? What? Don't look at me like that. Let's just go.
That was cool. That was cool. Anyways, I will react to, okay, so I will react to a couple, shoot, what is it called? I will react to Secret Invasion and a couple episode of Mucky Show, and then I gotta go, and I'll watch, and then next stream, I will take, more recommendations and watch, whatever y'all are recommending. Yeah, Rinba, I will. Anyways, Secret Invasion. Alright. Alright. Looks like we got it, and let's go. I can probably turn up the lights. are you supposed to be?
For years,
Who
you've been avoiding Earth.
are you?
I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
He had shit to do. Oh, it's Nick Fury.
This is different.
Where does
How
eye
much
patch
do you
go?
know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Fury? We gotta be very careful now.
Wait. Who are we looking at? Whoa.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
I mean, yeah, he is looking pretty old.
This is just the beginning.
It is?
It's my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want.
Ah! What is that? Oh, was that a scroll?
And what is that?
Nice. That looks cool. What else? Okay, we'll react to a couple or a few episodes of Mokeys show, and then I'm gonna skedaddle. I kind of have to, sadly. Okay, so last time, Monkey show served hello. I believe we were on episode 5, so
just because you're...
Oh yeah, the whole Valentine's Day thingy. All right. We were on number 5. I remember now. I mean, we watched 5 of them, and now we're gonna watch numbers. Okay, we watched 5 of them. Number 6.
Oh boy, it's a birthday! Oh boy, it's time.
He's gonna pull some sick prank.
Here. Hello, Monkey. Here. Hey, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, Groovy. Wait a minute. It's not my birthday.
Here.
Ow!
Here. Every birthday, Monkey. Here.
Oh, you are a clever bitch.
Oh.
Hello there.
Wow.
Big spider. Oh, you are a clever bitch.
Here. No, Monkey. Where is your prank?
It's here.
Oh, he's got a gun!
Hello, Mommy.
I thought you two broke up.
What? Monkey. Oh boy, I am a clever bitch. Thanks, guys. Guys? Oh no! This is a real guy!
Nice job, Dick Face. You actually killed them.
He wants to kill me.
Moron!
Look, man. Today is April Fool's Day, and you know.
Here's the bitch. Calm down, Mommy. I just want to talk. No.
Oh yeah, I just want to have a little conversation with you.
Oh boy, Mommy.
That's let's have a talk. It'll only take a minute.
Oh, mommy!
Boys, bitch!
Oh,
Is that Obama?
I am a clever bitch.
Oh! Well. Oh yeah, you know what? We can watch one more. We'll watch one more and then I gotta go, sadly.
Ah, hill. Ah, hill. Ah, hill.
Hello, boys! What are you doing?
Donald got that cigar on him.
Weed? But the weed is bad. It's very, very
Yeah, that's true.
Hill. Ah, hill.
Not good.
Hill. No, monkey. The weed. Ah! No, monkey. The weed is very, very good.
Wrong!
Yeah. Just feel it.
Feel it? What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
And that's what happens.
No, dog!
Your mom!
Whoa! Whoa! I will call the police!
Sure you will. Ah!
There's bad guys in the street.
No, there's not.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Well, that was something. Thanks for the recommendations, everyone. Well, it's about that time for me to close the show down here, so original videos after the stream, I'll make sure to link everyone and everything in the link in the description down below. So, without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next video, stream, or whatever. So anyways, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm GMosser. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to, of course. And good night.